Hey, so it's been quite a while since I played the mid-tier American aircraft. There's a lot of nations that I simply haven't played their mid-tiers recently, so I should probably try playing them at some point in the near future, but I like these planes so much. Every plane in my lineup now has a battle rank of 3.3, which is just wonderful. I'm picking the Lightning first because I haven't flown the Lightning in a while and I like flying the Lightning. This thing, roll rate is not impressive, its pitch rate is extremely unimpressive, and its rudders aren't particularly impressive. Its speed is extremely impressive. There is no plane that will run into, other than itself, obviously, that can outrun it, with the sole exception of the Thunderbolt, which also has 3.3 matchmaking now. Which is why I'm slightly surprised I'm not seeing any Thunderbolts on either team. Well, it could be a Thunderbolt there and I'm just not seeing it, but This plane, its climb rate, where's the climb gauge? There it is. It's about 4, there, the compass is in the way. But it's about 25 meters per second, isn't too bad. It's about the same as a Thunderbolt, which is also not too bad. Aerocobra, much better climb rate, but much slower plane. Not bad vertical energy retention, but not as good as Lightning. So this is very dedicated zoom fighter, which means if you're not a good zoom fighter, you're not going to like it. If you are a good zoom fighter, very well might end up loving it. Spitfire coming over here because he thinks he can catch up to me. How big's the map in this direction? Not too big. I'm going to see if I can't gain some energy advantage on him. Did you turn off? Yeah, I turned off already. I'm just going to wait till a bit higher altitude, and then I'm going to come back and go after all these guys. That's basically the trick when playing zoom fighters, is to just get the altitude advantage over everyone, then beat off all the other high altitude fighters, and you'll eventually end up with the high altitude superiority. I really want to go after him, but that 109, you see how I'm closing on him? That 109 has less energy than me. And while you have the energy advantage on a 109, you should exploit it while you have it, because their climb rate's so great, you're not going to have it for long. Aerocobras are pretty good turning planes, though, but yeah, the Aerocobra got himself killed. Rammed him, it looks like. Or was he shot down? He was shot down. Shot down by H6K. H6K has a 20mm cannon as a tail gunner. I would highly recommend not just running blindly into it. And this 109, when you're climbing after someone, especially if it's a bomber and you're climbing in a straight line, always check your 6 every few seconds. So shit like this doesn't happen. I'm gonna wait until I'm nice and in range. And annihilate! Fear the Lightning. It's the first American plane that truly has good firepower. Is it before or after the Aerocobra? Can't remember if it's before or after the Aerocobra. The Aerocobra obviously has a better cannon, but this plane has much better machine guns. These 450 calibers are so much more lethal than people give it credit for. In the 20mm, it's much lower firepower than the Aerocobra's 37, but that rate of fire means you can actually hit things with it. Trying to find the reload button. I found it. I admit I am not entirely sober. That's alright, these planes don't require a lot of hand-eye coordination. It's a lot of flying in straight lines looking for targets. Then it's a lot of killing those targets. That's pretty much it. Part of me really wants to go after him, so I'm going to. Please don't turn too hard. Please don't turn too hard. Oh, this is not going to be an easy shot. Oh, I hit my max airspeed. Absolutely hammered into it. If that was if we were in a realistic flight model, I would have just got myself killed. Really want to go after him. Someone has to, and it looks like nobody's left. Alright. Fine. 5 miles off, I really don't want to. Spitfire's closing on me. I bet the Spitfire thinks he has the advantage because I can't turn. Did I get the kill on that guy? Oh, there we go, I just got the kill. Yeah! Sorry, Lucian. You can suck my woo. He's in the shitty Italian bombers. I'm pretty sure they don't have good bomb loads. They might, but... So, once you get high altitude superiority, getting high altitude superiority is the mildly difficult part. Once you get it, these planes all of a sudden become very easy to fly. Law 5, great climb rate. Climb rate does not matter when I already have the energy advantage. So, haha. Nina, 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 you have a little Nina. I'm kidding, I have absolutely no idea what the prospects of his wiener are. Stay up at me, don't go down. Come on. Is P-400 gonna keep derping after me? I'm gonna go after the P-400 simply because he's at the back. He's at the tail end, meaning they're all gonna stay in front of me as I dive on this guy. So I can keep my eyes on all of them at once much easier. Hard vertical. Not sure where the Law 5 end up. Law 5 is the one I should be watching. And the Law 5 is the one I'm watching. But look, I'm still gapping him as we're in the vertical. Dude, seriously, when I'm gapping you in the vertical, that's when you go, oh, so we lost this one, and you turn around. Gonna go after him though, he is closer. Less of a threat, but closer. Probably should have looked around to make sure there were no other guys coming towards me. The Lightning does surprisingly fast reversals with just its rudder. Again, he decided to stick around and stay close to me. I'm gonna make him pay for that. My aim sucks. Still doesn't matter. Still doesn't have enough energy on me to be relevant. Yep, he's stupid enough to keep trying. Just using the rudder to toss myself around. And he's diving away. So we're going to go after the HE-111. Let's see how well these 20 does against bombers. In theory, a single 20 actually isn't that good, but the 109 seem not to have too much of a problem with bombers. And this isn't exactly the most dangerous, devastating bomber in the world. I mean, for fighters coming up behind them, this isn't exactly the most dangerous tail gunners. And we are low enough on the wrong side of the map that I ain't going no further. So he's low enough that he's not really a threat now. If he gets anywhere near any of our targets, he's going to get obliterated. So I have done my job. Really rather not end up in a head-on with this guy, and luckily that's not going to happen. He's trying to climb again. Yeah, it looks like he's trying to climb. That's a silly idea, buddy. Alright, it's time to kill us a hawk. $400 miles per hour, nothing back there that can follow me out of this. Zero had a tiny little chance, and that chance is over and gone. The only question we have is he's stupid enough to try and follow me. Nope. He's not, so I'm going to have to turn and attack him then. He's going to get a slim chance of going head-on with me here. Well, not a slim chance, I mean he's going to be able to. Absolutely no idea where all those bullets just went. He's already going to have his guns on me. It still doesn't matter. I still have way too much energy. You know how everybody always says they hate how you dive on someone and then you just can't zoom away? Yeah, because clearly I can't zoom away from the guy I'm zooming away from. Does he nose up at me or is he flying away? Looks like he's flying back. Yeah, it looks like I might have ended up crippling him badly enough he can't fight. And we're gonna kill us an SBD. Is our bomber seriously chasing down a Zero? Oh, that would be funny. accelerating in our gentle little climb here. I don't want to scare this guy off. I don't want him to think I'm at his altitude. I want to slip up underneath him. Doesn't matter how heavy I am. 250 miles per hour is enough to carry me to his altitude. Look at that! Wow. Pretty. I stalled myself out while staring at a dead guy. Gonna reload again just while we're up here. Gonna give this guy a shot. It's 4-0 and the lightning no problem. And this is what Zoom fighters are capable of when you play right. And when you're lucky enough not to have any other proper Zoom fighters on the enemy team. To be honest, what would I be more afraid of? To look up and see a 109 or look up and see another lightning coming down on me? I'd be terrified of the other lightning. I can outrun the 109 even at low altitude. But I can't outrun another lightning. So having another Zoom fighter diving on you from above is the only thing that really scares me when I'm in a Zoom fighter myself. Unless I'm at low altitude. If I'm at low altitude, then any plane that's fast enough to keep up with me will scare the crap out of me. So I'm going to go down and commit to going after these two guys. Just because there's no one else down here, I'm going to give up a huge amount of energy. But, nah. Just going to try and stay high enough that those guys can't become too big a threat to me. Spitfire specifically, but either one can outturn me. Hi, Italian. I hope you weren't expecting to get away free. I got a center engine on fire. I love the fact that plane has 3 engines. Just silly. So I'm gonna wait and see how much damage that one fire does as I come after this guy. It did enough. Damn it. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Aw, right about to get me my 6th kill is what this guy would have ended up being. Oh, he's turning into me. That's a bomber with the heart of a dogfighter. Doesn't help just because he's in a bomber and I'm in a lightning. Just because I'm in a lightning doesn't mean I auto get outturned. Believe it or not, the lightning actually can turn with bombers now. There was a time in the not too distant past where the lightning's flight model was so screwed up it could get outturned by B-25s reliably and easily. B-25s have since had their maneuverability fixed, so they're not quite so ridiculous. They still turn better than they should, which is contrary to what most B-25 pilots in this game would like you to believe. But it doesn't matter, they don't turn well enough to be a problem. And the Lightning still doesn't turn anywhere near as well as it should, but well enough that it is now fully usable. And considering how good of a Zoom fighter it is, giving it enough maneuverability that it could, at least at medium speeds, outturn 109s and Focke-Wulfs, that would make it a serious threat. Without any ability to turn, it's still a pretty big threat. It can outturn Thunderbolts. So, I mean, you often hear me say Law 5s are the worst turning plane in the game, except this and a Thunderbolt are the 2 big excepts. Just because you can outturn a Thunderbolt, I still wouldn't recommend turn fighting a Thunderbolt. Well, if a Thunderbolt dives on you, and if a Thunderbolt has the energy advantage, all you have in this plane is a turn advantage. Which is weird because you're used to never having a turn advantage. But you actually do have the turn rate advantage in this plane against a Thunderbolt. I know, it's just silly. Yeah, fear of the lightning. Rawr.